Alright, so I'm getting ready to meet up with the guy that was on Sasquatch Chronicles a couple years back, I think, and he was also on my show not too long ago. So basically I'm just meeting up with him to really get to know him, and we are going to shoot a documentary soon, or a video, about his encounter on the Meramec River. So it's a little too cold right now to go camping, and we decided we'd just go hiking and see what we can find, see what we can do, and you never know. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm getting ready to meet up with Pattrick, and we're gonna go to a forest that's about, I would say about 20 minutes from where I live, and I know for sure that there's Sasquatches in there, or they have been in there, so it'd be a really good place to start, and hopefully we can come across something and we'll be able to film it and document it. All right, stick around, guys. Yeah, it is. How's it going, buddy?
Man?
Oh, pretty good. Not too bad.
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I went into Walmart today, and I didn't want to go into the woods empty-handed, and I got to bring my backpack and stuff, so I picked one up at the store, and the lady asked what I was doing today. Well, I guess noticed my shirt too. Yeah. And I said, well, I'm going Sasquatch hunting, and she looked at me and she laughed, and I said, well, keep the laughter to yourself. And I did tell her that. I was like, that was kind of rude. She laughed at me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
My brother was like, you're gonna go in the woods and look for Bigfoot? I'm like, yeah, that's about the gist of it. I was like, we're gonna look for sign and see if we can find anything. He's like,
all my family, they all believe though. My whole family does, yeah.
That's good.
4 out of 5 of my sisters have had experiences.
Yeah.
Like I said, the one actually saw one night. Mm-hmm. And I was over at her house yesterday talking to her about it. And we're going through some YouTube videos and stuff, and there was a picture of a Sasquatch with the classic stance and walked, and she said, that's exactly what I saw that night. I said, that right there? And she's like, yep, except for it was moving. And I said, really? So yeah, they believe, and they're all excited. They want to know what's gonna become of this. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Oh, something's coming for sure.
What's that?
I said something's coming for sure, just because I know they exist, and like,
oh, I know they do too.
They're out there, and people are gonna encounter them, and there's so many cameras nowadays.
Oh yeah, somebody.
There's gonna be awesome proof just popping out of the woodworks here and there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, my brothers are skeptics. They're losers.
Yeah, it makes it hard, man. It makes it hard. That's why I don't like to tell a lot of people.
I don't even really talk to them about it anymore, just because I don't know. It got old, after I saw after I had the encounters. Like that's all I could think about, and I just talk to people about it just to talk. You know what I mean? They didn't even want to hear about it, and I'd bring it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here, man. It was like all I could think about. it's so weird how after you have an experience, it like consumes you. It consumes you. You think about it every day. I do. Even though I didn't actually see one, I think about those sounds every day. It's like it burned it into my soul that night. And now I have to keep going until I find a better answer than what I have right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here to see you.
Good deal. I'm excited. I'm glad you joined up with me and decided to come out here just because it's pretty remote and
Yeah.
I don't like coming out here by myself.
I don't blame you, dude.
Okay, so basically, I guess what I'm saying is like when you start looking for like mushrooms, tracks, whatever you're out in the woods looking for, even arrowheads, you start like eliminating certain things from your visual point of view.
Yeah.
So you just start noticing things like structures, just weird, odd things. But like once you really start looking into the tree structures, that's when you can really start seeing them from like the highways and stuff like that. When you're driving, they just appear.
That's what
they just
I
pop
want
out.
to learn how to spot.
Yeah. There's some giant ones around. I haven't really found any big structures in here, but I've only walked like the fields and like the roads. I haven't like went up into the woods and stuff just because when I came out here, I was hunting and stuff with my bow, so it was get in, get out kind of situation.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be stomping around.
Yeah. And there's other people out here, but you know, these kind of spots, I have to wait till January 15th once bow season ends. Then you can get in there because.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I noticed it was like right after deer season. You was ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were like, where the hell did Miguel go? I'm up in a tree. And you would think, okay, you know, you can check all the comments and stuff like when you're up in a tree, but it's like you're making a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like the sun hits your phone and you're constantly, I don't know, getting spotted by things. So it's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll basically follow this trail and it just goes miles.
Yeah, too bad the ground's so hard right now.
Yeah. Well, if we find some good snowy areas where the sun hasn't hit, we might see some tracks, but
that's what I'm hoping for, big.
Sasquatch knows better.
I know he does. He's smarter than that.
Yeah. What'd you see?
That tide just melting. That's by what they call it, paraphilia. That just looks like two big footprints, doesn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. You get like the toes there. Well, I mean, like if something stepped in the snow, when it melts, you know, like let's say if it was
it'll get wider.
You'd see something like that, but yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think he's.
You never know. Should we play like the quiet game when we get in here?
Okay.
And see what we can come across. We'll talk like in a quieter voice as we're getting in here.
So, how do you decide whether you should look up or down?
Right. I know. So basically, we need to like just keep our ears open in case we hear any knocks. Just anything unusual. Because like right now we're not hearing anything. Everything's pretty normal. So if like a tree exploded, we know it, you know.
I've heard it happen. No wind, middle of the day.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
pow. That's the only spot I've ever heard that loud of a knock was the Meramec. I was camping there during the summer.
Yeah.
And they were knocking behind me, all around me. Typical knock, but there was one across the river that was like pow. It sounded like a shotgun like going off.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that loud, but it was pretty loud. You know?
Yeah, no,
it sounded like a tree exploded.
I've heard the exact same thing in those woods.
Yeah.
But you know, at the time I didn't I didn't want to know what it was, but I know what it is now.
Yeah. So when you were on Sasquatch Chronicles, did you get in contact with Wes Grimmer? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, he was actually the first one I sent my email to because he just seemed, you know, I just started watching his show and he seemed like he was pretty open and I had to get it off my chest. I had to tell somebody that would believe my damn story.
Yeah.
So, and then that's how you heard me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So, and then this has been what I wanted to do from all this. I want to go out and learn more. I want to see what's going on.
What did Wes say about your encounter?
Oh, he was really interested in it. Actually, remember me telling you about the snarling, growling sound that I heard?
Yeah.
And well, he is the one who told me that when he talked to what the heck's the guy's name? The one that did the Sierra sounds.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah. But he told Wes that when he heard that sound, he's the one who recorded it. He said it was two creatures fighting over food, and that's where I got that information from.
Ron Moorhead.
Ron Moorhead, that's it. Ron
And
Moorhead,
I remember hearing the audio from Ron's experiences on the Sierra Mountains, and it did sound like they were fighting over like a piece of food, or they're fighting back and forth about the people being there.
Yeah,
like maybe some of them were trying to interact and the rest of the clan didn't want them to do that, and maybe they were fighting back and forth, or maybe they were getting ready to get their heads popped off, and
they could be too.
The rest of the group was telling them, that's a bad idea, so they were fighting back and forth.
But that's the exact same sound I heard, but I didn't necessarily think it was two creatures. I just thought it was one.
And the vocalization, I heard one similar to what you described. It came out on that How to Hunt channel, Steve's channel.
Okay, yeah.
And you can hear the boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you can hear like the Sasquatch dude, like a certain vocalization is just like woo, like real loud and like deep.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Was it like that?
Yeah. Woo. And then I looked on when I told you the part where I heard them around me, vocalized from different spots. I actually thought about it, and I went and I looked on the map of where I was standing and where I heard all the sounds. And every spot I heard a sound from was on another spot of the river, about the same distance from me. That's why I could tell they were all at different distances, different directions, and it was different creatures. But but when I started thinking about it, I said, well, it makes sense if they were in spots where they're supposed to be, but it wouldn't make sense if, okay, I'm hearing a howl over here, and then I look at the map, and well, there's a subdivision over here. But everywhere I got the howl from was just another spot on the river, because the river winded through there, and it was like a hook up here, a bend up here, and then, so I thought that was pretty cool. Since I've been talking to you, I've been trying to think about things and analyze things a little more, instead of just saying, well, it happened, and not thinking about it anymore. So I'm here with you to find some answers.
It's awesome. I'm excited. I tried to reach out to Wes when I first had my encounters, but I wasn't doing any good in life, and I was drinking all the time, so the email I sent him probably wasn't worth the shit. It probably didn't make any sense. But I realized, like, the only way I was going to tell my encounters, the way they really happened, was to start my own channel.
That's cool, though.
And
I find that so awesome.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it took off, because I was like, I don't know how else to express this, because I'm not a very good talker or speaker, and if I make this channel and kind of write down everything that happened and just make a video on it, maybe somebody else would be able to relate.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, at least 300 to 600 people are going to be like, yeah, this guy's telling the truth. But like, I never expected it to.
Oh yeah, you got quite the following.
I didn't think it'd get too much attention.
I know. I was telling my sister yesterday. Well, I've got 5 sisters, but like I said, they all believe in me and stuff. And I was telling her yesterday that I was going out. And when I finally got it through her head that I was going out with you, she's like, the guy that does that show? And I said, yeah. She's like, oh, now I'm really excited for you.
That's awesome.
She said, I thought you were just going out with some stranger. I was like, well, we're meeting today, but he's not a stranger, and I trust him, so.
This is your sister with the encounter?
This is actually the one sister who didn't have an encounter.
Oh, okay.
Anna, which lives on the property, of course, she's heard it, found hair, she hears it all the time out there. I
don't know, are those people tracks? Reference right there. It's a size 11, but they look fatter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot wider.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are we following here? Does it seem pretty average for a person? Like the stride?
It does kind of like seem like an average stride for a person. A little bit, but not.
Okay, they're leaving, aren't they? Yeah, they're going out. Okay.
Yeah. The only one that, I mean, there's a couple of them that actually look like there might be some toes on them.
I know, that's what I was saying. But if you're wearing like pretty large muck boots
Yeah.
or hunting boots,
Yeah.
I could see that being a person. But we'll see. Because this is the bean field, and this is where all the deer come out.
Oh yeah.
By nighttime.
Yep.
Yeah, it's most likely human, but.
Oh yeah, something else. I don't know if this has anything to do with Sasquatch, but that area that, man, that just looks like freaking toe prints. That area where I had my experience a few years earlier, an old lady went missing.
Really?
Yes. They couldn't find her. They searched and searched and searched, and like right about the time I had my experience, in that time they found her bones finally, like behind my sister's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they just chalked it up that she wandered off and died in the woods. But she lived out there by my sister, so she didn't die far from her house.
Yeah.
And she just disappeared and ended up dead in the woods. So.
Huh. Yeah, that is strange. You never know if it's connected with the Bigfoot or just something strange that happened. You know, they got hurt.
Maybe she slipped down the hill.
Yeah.
Could be anything. But
there is a connection there.
There might be. You never know. Nice little creek.
Yeah. A lot of fields though, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a strange whistle back
pretty
there.
Awesome.
Did you hear something back there? I heard like a weird whistle. Oh, it's probably a bird. There's a lot more different wildlife out here than what you'll see in any other parts of like regular forests in Missouri, just because a lot of stuff's protected out here. Like, alright, that's a definite person.
Yeah.
You can see like
Yeah.
Dang it. I was hoping it was Sasquatch.
Well, you can always hope.
Yeah. One of these days. The bad thing is, like, even if I found perfect tracks, people would just say that I faked
made it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Those are so good.
Well, that's what I was
believe.
telling. I was talking to one of my sisters yesterday, and they were like, well, she's like, well, aren't people like, you know, all into the stuff that he's finding and what other people are finding? I'm like, no, the Bigfoot world tears people up.
Yeah.
I said, if you put anything out there, she's like, well, I thought y'all believed. I said, we believe, but there's a lot of them out there that don't. They just want to be on that site just to make us feel bad.
Right.
So I
That
didn't
is true.
understand that. I'm like, I don't understand it either.
See from this side, that's a big ass cat.
Yeah, that's big.
Alright, let's go find him. Yeah, there's a lot of big cats in here, but
I'm sure.
it's a lot of spring water, so this is where big predators like to hang out at.
Yeah.
Big anything, big deer.
Oh, yeah. Any fresh water supplies.
Alright. That's nothing, but a lot of times when you see a lot of trees like blocking roads like this and they're all going across, it's normally them.
That makes sense.
Just trying to get you to stay.
Trying to deter you from going on.
You'll see that in a lot of like state parks.
Yeah.
You'll see where conservation's been constantly like chainsawing trees and moving them from trails and access points.
Yeah.
So they definitely don't want people in there.
No, I believe that. I mean, there's so many stories of them where people had them push trees in front of their cars.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say right here, just because if we find like any weird little structure, like, you know, a tractor went through here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So But we're getting ready to get into the wild part.
What's that?
We're getting ready to get into the wild part here. Because right here is like next to the highway.
Yeah.
But this is
highway veer that way.
Yeah, this is going into the deep woods. This area's not as pretty in the winter. Everything's all dead.
Yeah. Nah, I still find it beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Are they trying to block the road?
What is that there?
It could be, you know what I mean? I was just explaining that earlier. It's a good break. What fell on top of it? I do not know. That's solid too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's solid.
Okay.
That ain't rotten.
Yeah, something pushed it, I would
I
think.
don't see anything around that would have knocked it down.
Unless there was a tree here.
There could be.
And like they cleaned it up, but
That don't look like it's that old, for real.
no, it don't look like it's that old.
Huh. We haven't had any windstorms.
Yeah. This is a lot of the stuff I find out here is just breaks, like weird breaks like this.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's definitely weird.
And it's blocking the road, just like I said.
Just like you said.
Cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. To be far away, it'd look like one, but
Yeah.
when you get up to it, it's nothing.
Oh, what the heck is that? Is that another one of them damn cat tracks?
I think it's just a big buck.
Oh, that a big buck?
Yeah. There's like his rub. An older one. Who knows? Look at that. Isn't that kind of weird?
This thing, yeah, it is kind of weird, man. Because this tree looks like it was placed here because it didn't break here.
Yeah, it didn't break there. Yeah, there's several things going on here.
And
Is it? It's wedged up into here.
but I'm gonna be honest with you, even though this one's in the ground,
Well, I mean, Bigfoot's push over trees, so
it almost looks like something put them there.
yeah. What was that?
Shale now.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man doesn't live there no more. And
Okay.
So, and since I work for the rental company,
Yeah.
we can go check it out. My boss is looking to build cabins on the river.
Yeah, and I think a lot of my subscribers are really into the Meramec River stories, or
Yeah.
the ones in Missouri in general, or just in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So I think if I film myself, you know, getting ready for the trip,
Yeah.
kind of telling people what's going on, film what's going on the way out there, and
Yeah.
me and you camp, and I run the drone, the EMF detector, night vision,
Yeah.
and we do the whole thing, and just pretty much just fish, cook, and let them come to us and see if we can
I think
get
that's
some
the way
type of
to do it,
reaction.
dude,
Yeah.
because that night, that's what they did. They came to me, and I almost guarantee they followed me from that cave. I just
Yeah.
either that or they're heading up towards the back of my sister's house again, and they caught me on the way. I don't know, but
Yeah. How big is the cave?
oh, it's big.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can walk around inside of it. It's like it's like ceiling's probably about 6-7 foot tall.
Uh-huh.
Goes in about 15-20 feet, and it's probably about 20 feet wide. It's big.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
And it goes back in there, but
Yeah.
the part you can stand in is pretty big up front.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try to bring my acoustic guitar and play a little bit, and
Yeah.
maybe that'll bring him in.
Who knows?
What do you think would bring in the Sasquatch? A good fire and some food?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, just being there, honestly, because out there, it seems like every time I went out there, it just seemed like they were not afraid to follow me around and watch me. I always had an eerie feeling when I was out there. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, but I always felt like they were just around. And I mean, I think just camping out and being out there would be enough to get them to come in and see what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So,
do you think it's the bigger ones coming in and messing with the people, or the juveniles?
Well,
in your case, I mean, it had to have been big.
I think so. I think it was big, and well,
He
like,
wasn't messing around though.
No, and like my sister said, when she heard that sound all them years back outside her window, it probably wasn't the same one, but her window was about 8 foot off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
She said she heard it right outside her window, so whatever it was had to be big.
Yeah.
So, you know, wasn't some 5'6" guy below the window growling at her. It was something right by the window, she said.
Yeah. Man, there's not very much sign around here. Either they put it up and the conservation cleans it up, or like I said, you know, the areas that they like to hang out in, you just don't really see very much sign.
There's a tree across the road.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Okay.
I think that one might have a stump though.
But I mean, either way, this is perfect habitat. They got all the water they would need.
Oh yeah.
Fresh creeks, springs, the river.
All kinds of animals.
Yeah, that could be a break there. They blocked the road again, possibly. Maybe not. A lot of this could just be random.
I think this one's just deadfall, but
Yeah, it is.
still, that one up the hill, man.
Yeah.
That would kind of.
Look at this though. Well, I don't know. You got that vine going all the way over there. This little arch, that break. But I guess this one, I don't know. It's hard to say when you're that close to a road. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, looks like it might have been growing there.
Yeah, pretty natural. And that's the cool thing is, like, you know,
That would be a nice little spot just to hunker down at.
Yeah, it would be. Shoot your bow if you need to, especially if you had a crossbow.
Yeah, that's what I hunt with. I'm not a professional.
Yeah. I mean, there's breaks all over the place, but I just can't say it's Bigfoot for sure. I'm looking for that holy grail of structures. Yeah, we'll find something good. So basically, me and Pattrick are trying to find some good sign.
Yeah.
Anything really. And like I said, I'm just out here trying to get to know him, and yeah, it's cool meeting somebody from Missouri.
Heck yeah. Missouri's got the best encounters.
Yeah, they're my
I think it
favorite.
does.
Yeah, we have heavy activity.
Oh, and I never did tell you. I got another little story about. I went to it was Branson Hot Tub this past winter, beginning of the winter, to get stuff for our pool. Well, I've got Bigfoot stickers on my truck, so I back in, and the guy's gonna load the stuff up on my truck. And big dude. And he's like, "You believe in Bigfoot?" And I was like, "Oh Christ, here we go." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I do too." I'm like, "You do?" He's like, "Yep." I was like, "You got a story?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "You mind if you tell it to me?" He's like, "No, I'll tell you." But he was apparently in the Marines, or one of the branches of the military. They were doing night ops, and I'm sure you've heard stories like this. Him and 4 other guys were doing night ops. They had their night vision and their thermal and everything. They're all, you know, doing the thing and hunkering down. And all of them saw this figure, man-shaped figure, raise up, and all they could see was a silhouette because it was night. But it come up over the hill, and they said it just kept coming and coming. And one guy's like, "Is that one of our guys, or who is that?" And the other guy's like, "It can't be a guy because where its head is damn 9 foot tall." So they said they actually opened up fire on it, and it just went whoop, and then disappeared. And they all ran over there, and it was like straight drop off cliff, no sign of it, just gone. So I thought that was a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's interesting. Was that in your area?
He said this happened in California. He was out in California in the mountains. Wow. Yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't around here, but he was just. I saw him in Branson, and just cool how just having a sticker on your truck can sometimes get you a story or two.
Yeah, for sure. It don't really look like much, like an arch.
Yeah.
But
oh, you're talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pointing that way.
Yeah.
So we can go that way.
Well, and I think that first one you found where it was across the road, that kind of went in line with that T just about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is kind of pointing back that direction too.
Yeah, I just don't see the weight of that tree. I don't know, bringing that tree down that much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, this is another one that there's no base here, there's no trunk.
Yeah.
God,
So yeah, I'm like, I gotta get out.
That's why I don't think I could do what you do.
Yeah.
That's why I try not to bother you too much, because I know you put a lot of work into that damn thing.
Yeah, it's just your story got me a lot of contacts, and I just been getting people messaging me left and right lately.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go check that out right there.
Yeah, that don't even look like it came off this tree.
It doesn't look like it came off that tree. Okay.
You recording?
Crap. It's not one to record. Okay. Yeah, so we'll leave it be. Alright.
It's not recording again?
It is now. Alright. Do that
Want
one
me
more
to say
time.
it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't pull it out of the ground.
Okay. Alright. Check this thing out. This thing's so dead, and I can tell by looking at this tree here, it's not the same tree, not the same kind of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is jammed into the ground. I can't even pull it out. If it had fell like that, it'd have busted up. Something set that in there like that.
Yeah.
That's not natural. It's not in a root. That's just sitting there like that.
Yeah. And it was a lot more solid. We actually just pulled it out, and it took Pattrick a lot of force to get it out.
It did.
But it doesn't seem like it fell off this big tree, just because there's no, I don't know, there's broken limbs, but nothing like huge. And normally normally when you see a big limb jammed in the ground like this, you'll see the rest of the branch laying somewhere next to it, which I don't think it's this one or any of these. Like, there's nothing else around the area.
I just don't think, as dead as that thing is, I don't think it'd stayed in one piece if it hit with enough force to drive, because it's that far into the ground.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd see the rest of the pieces there and just around it, but this is all,
that's all different.
That's
stuff.
different stuff, yeah. But yeah, that's a good find, and I guess that's the A structure, the A frame.
Yeah, it looks like an A to me.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, right here.
Pull it up again, show them how deep.
Yeah, there you go. And just make sure you put it back.
I am.
Because for me, it's like a respect thing with the Sasquatch. It's like maybe it was important to them, so if I come through and knock it down.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
The next time I come by, they're gonna be like, that guy's not cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Good find, Pattrick.
You found that.
Yeah, but you wanted to walk over to it, so I would have just walked by it. Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Now something looked weird about it, man. It was just standing straight up like that. It's not natural.
Yeah. And I think the strange part is like as we're descending down that ridge, I told Pattrick, like, I saw a black blob move down there, and it was going away from us.
Yeah.
And we just kept walking through here, and then we find this immediately.
In the exact same direction.
Yeah, so for Bigfoot people, that's a good find.
Yeah.
For skeptics, it could be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. It's just a piece of dead wood.
Yeah. Basically, the thing that I saw,
Yeah.
I don't know, something black. It was down here, and it went away from us. It could have been a large woodpecker, but I saw something nonetheless, and then we found that A-frame. So.
Yeah, we've seen a couple.
We've seen that indention that looked like what appeared to be a track.
Looked like could have been a track. Yeah, I spotted that same time you did.
Now we're getting into some better habitat.
Yeah.
Let's go check this out.
All right. You talking about that one that's bent all the way over like that?
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess it could have just died, but
Yeah, but that's still odd, man.
it's close to that other one.
knows?
Just little stuff like that every now and then.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I mean, this is where I saw that.
This looks like it's
There.
something's been bedding down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the exact spot where I
Yeah.
saw something move.
Dude, it looks like something. This is all flat, like something's been bedding in here.
Yeah, it'd be a good spot. And have you noticed that it's not as cold back here? I know the sun's
no,
coming
it's
up
not
more,
nearly
but
as cold. I had to take my hat off.
it's like we got that ridge blocking us, that big hill, and whatever's over there.
You're in a bowl right here, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Let's try something.
Hey.
I never really do calls, but
Really?
we're out here.
Worth a shot.
Loud knocks. Loud knocks. Where that thing went, wherever I saw it, it was knocking over there. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, you hear knocking?
Yeah, it was knocking immediately.
After you did it?
Yeah, it was like pow, 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 and then knock, 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 like quieter knocks. Wow. I wonder if my camera picked that up.
It'd be cool if it did.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely your call that got him going.
Well, I've been dying to let one of those out, so.
Must be the wind ripping.
Yeah, I'm hearing something, but I don't know
Like
what
the
it is.
highway. No, I don't know what that was, but I did hear the knocks. Huh. Yeah. We'll go investigate, I guess. Only thing we can do, and it really does look like stuff has been laying here.
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely.
I think that's definitely a deer bed right there, maybe. But over there's something big.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! There's that T.
Here we are. We're about back at it.
Yeah. Whoa! So
Isn't that
right where the
crazy?
T was.
Right where the T was and where you found it. That other
Yeah.
one was right there.
Yeah,
and the
that
other one's
A-frame.
Right there.
Okay, so we got an A,
We got an A.
a T, to be announced.
We had an X over there.
Yeah, yeah. And they blocked the road.
Yeah, and they blocked the road.
So it seems to be like in a straight line, and past the A-frame was that arch.
Yep. That way. Yep.
So boom, and
Yep.
that is directly in that line.
Everything's
is
in a
a
straight
deep,
line.
deep, deep forest.
Really?
Yeah. So they're coming from the deep,
Probably so.
coming to these fields where they know there's going to be people, but that's where the food is. You
Yep.
got beans, deer, turkey, all kinds of wildlife, but those spring-fed creeks run through that area right over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's
right there,
creeks
right there. Yeah. God, how did we end up right back to this T? Honestly, I didn't know where we were going.
There's the path. We walked right across the road right here.
Yeah,
And then we just circled up and around. We started coming back.
we did a big circle.
We made a big circle, and that's when we found the A,
Yeah.
the T, and then right over there is where we had the X and the snap.
But I know you didn't see the black shape that I saw, and it didn't look huge. It didn't look like
Yeah.
a giant
No, I
man.
believe
It
you.
just looked like a black blob, like
Yeah.
moving through the woods. But I heard those knocks as soon as you ripped your call. It was something knocking over there, and we walked through there, and all there is big, large fields.
Yeah, that's it.
So there's no houses.
No, there's no people out here today. We were the only one in the parking lot.
Wow. Okay, this is getting interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way to know if they're around. When you don't find any, like really any sign or any structures, you hear the knocks.
Yeah.
Those weren't like solid knocks, like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah.
But it was like, I think that's louder than a woodpecker knock, you know?
Yeah. Well, and a woodpecker's not going to just do one or two knocks.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, "Tit, tit, 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 tit."
Yeah, I agree. Massive tree. Would you believe me if I told you I broke this and just set it up there?
Here's shit what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Getting shoved up. This is all
Yeah.
peeled off.
You can definitely tell that's peeled off.
It didn't slide down, it
Yeah.
slid up.
Because if it was just old bark and it fell off, like, why is it all stringy? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Why is that stringy? Why is this side got the bark on
Yeah,
it?
that side has the bark. Good
If
observation.
It's leaning like this,
Yeah.
it should have been missing from here, not there. That thing had to be
So it
shoved
shoved up, not
Yeah.
like down with gravity, you know?
No, something picked it up from over there where the freaking debris in it, shoved it up in here.
Yeah. But I mean, if it fell, it just wouldn't balance itself.
No. I don't think that's just too strange. That's right there is what convinces me.
Yeah.
Why that bark's up in the air.
I'm almost thinking it was perfectly balanced. At one point when they did it, and this part blew out right here.
Yeah. We move it.
Yeah. See if there's any fresh leaves underneath. Well, not fresh, but from this year.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you the truth, it's not frozen, so there's no ice under there, and under all the other rocks there's been ice.
Yeah. What about that one behind you? That white one? Is that fresh underneath there? Yeah.
Yep.
That is strange.
Yep.
It should be just fresh dirt.
Right here.
Yeah.
With all the rest of them.
Yeah, they're solid.
They got ice under
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they have a fascination with rocks, picking things up, moving them around like bottles.
That's crazy.
You know, like how you find bottles in the woods, old moonshine relics. Yeah, they'll pick that stuff up and move it around.
Well, I can imagine it's probably entertaining for them.
Yeah. When you go out there, you're not going to be like, okay, this trash moved here.
Yeah.
It's just trash all over the woods. But
I had a Missouri experience, and I started looking into it. There's a lot going on in Missouri.
There's a lot going on, yeah. What I find intriguing is like most of the structures are the same, whether you're in Alaska, Canada, or any of the other states. It's, you know, you see the X's and the arches.
The X's.
So they all appear to have the same type of language.
Yeah.
See, the hill's a little bigger now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
Kind of old. Something could have fell on them, but let's go see if like the tip of that one is into the ground. Kind of seems like it, yeah.
Oh, almost.
Is it? Oh, okay.
All the way in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's old.
Yeah.
Real old.
What is that right there?
Which one?
That big arch right there.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like.
Oh, that's a vine.
Just a vine.
Yeah. It's more of a fresh tree, and it's broken and pointing towards the road, and nothing fell on it. Well, maybe something did, and somebody moved it, but. Oh, that. Yeah.
No.
Those stickers will get you. Well, we're starting to see more road blockage.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one up there.
But yeah, that's a good indicator as well that they're back in the property. If they're trying to block the roads and the trails.
From driving back.
Yeah. And a lot of times they'll build structures right in the middle of the road.
That's almost what the hell that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, see, we're starting to see debris right in the middle of the road. This tree fell over.
Yeah.
It could be.
Could be.
But nothing definite. One reason I know they're back here is because of the BFRO sighting reports. A lot of the ones around the Meramec are in this area.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I knew they had some on there, but I don't know if I can say this on camera or not, but I don't completely trust the BFRO.
I don't trust them either. Yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think we get half stories and maybe not all the stories from them.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
They called me back and
BFRO?
Yeah, they sent me an email back and they said they thought I was just hearing deer or bobcats.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You sent in
my report.
Your report to the BFRO, and they told you
that I didn't have an experience. Basically, that it was probably just some wildlife that was in the woods. They said try deer, bobcat were around my blind.
You think they're just mainly focused on encounters, then, like sightings?
I think so, but
they just want to know where.
I think so, maybe. Yeah, because they really didn't seem like they had any interest in it at all, and that kind of deflated me for a long time.
Yeah, because how are they gonna be able to tell you what you heard?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're explaining something that is something known,
Yeah.
but what you described was a gorilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It sounded like a gorilla. I was probably a bear or a bobcat.
Yeah.
I think so. What, briars?
Yeah, that's thick, huh?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's probably, if it fell from the tree,
Mm-hmm.
it's not likely to fall like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's more likely to fall with the V branches up and a single branch down.
Yeah, the heavy side would instantly
The heavy side was up in the air.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the A-frame means, but it does mean that they're in the area.
I do agree. I mean, it was, I mean, dude, we walked, what, 50 feet away and there was the T. I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
that to me speaks volumes.
Yeah. I got this EMF detector.
Yeah?
For those paranormal people out there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the battery's about it now? Okay, we got it on electric magnetic. So it goes up when I get closer to the GoPro. We should have hit one of those structures. I just want to see what it's doing before we do find a structure.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it
I
up
got
to
you.
it. That way we can see the difference.
I got you. That's a good idea, man.
I was on my property one time, just walking around on some trails, and
Yep.
there's a little structure. I put this thing up to it, and it just went.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It was crazy, and I couldn't figure out where it was, but it was just like an area like this.
Yeah?
And it just went crazy. And I
That's
took it out,
nuts.
put it back, and it just
That's nuts,
went
dude.
all like crazy. But yeah, I mean, I bought this initially just to see if it was true about the paranormal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There are portals or
Mhm.
anything weird, but I've always been into like just ghosts.
Me too, dude.
phenomenon,
Me
you know?
too.
So I got it just in case. You know, I would rather have it than to not have it.
Exactly. Have it, not need
In
it.
case some weird stuff is going on. like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there was Bigfoot activity going on and I did see some strange lights going through the woods, and then I can turn this on and get an idea for myself.
What? Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not walking around the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought this. This thing was probably like $300, and I probably used it like once or twice.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be good to get.
But
it out
yeah,
there.
but no, that's a very interesting way of thinking about studying with it. That's great. I like that.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought about pulling it out at the Mark Twain when that one came up from the woods.
Oh yeah.
Just to see if it would have started spiking, but
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if it doesn't do anything, that can put to rest, you know, the theory that they're paranormal.
Yeah.
I don't know. From what I'm seeing, they're physical creatures.
I think they are too.
And I just think they're really good at doing what they do.
I agree.
It seems like when some type of incident pops up, there's a certain group of people that are really good at covering it up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen like it's a rare thing. Like maybe it'll happen in Washington, and then 10 years later that incident happens in Arkansas. Like they already know what to do when it happens, and they already have the people to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say 200, 500 people see a video of a Sasquatch. By the time that gets anywhere and these people get their hands on it, nobody's going to believe those 500 people. I mean, that's probably how many people saw Jesus, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
No, that makes sense, man. But yeah,
it's just
that's
the
how they
system
do
where
it.
they know people are going to be ridiculed for talking about it. Nobody's going to believe them.
That's what it is. That's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest obstacle we face.
Yeah. Let's say if Roswell was real.
Yeah.
And they put out that they recovered a saucer, and 2 or 3 days later they went back on the news and said, okay, it was just a weather balloon.
Yeah.
The people bought it. And the fact that people keep buying the crap, they're going to keep doing it.
You know that's right. If we buying it, they're going to sell it.